Azamina is the final draw out here for players wanting to quit the game. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content here. Now, I love when we get news out here and people just shit their pants everywhere on just a big old stinky turd in the middle of the floor, and it's all because Azamina got an Omni Negate. That's right. Let's call it what it is at this point in time. Like, we all know that Konami making these Omni Negates, you ban a chunk of Omni Negates and then you make more, but this one is on a fusion monster. And the thing that I find is incredibly hilarious about this is the gosh darn thing has 1,900 attack points. Now, if you're sitting here and you're like, oh, there's a lot of overreacting in these new fusion monsters because these are a generic power-up to the Chimera Illusion deck. Like, if you want to call it what it is out here, like, they give a pretty strong power-up across the board here to, just the Illusion archetype in general. And to be fair, I mean, this thing requires a light spellcaster monster, which, I mean, okay, you do have some spellcaster interactions that you can try out with the deck to try to make this, but the big takeaway from this is oh my gosh, it's an Omni Negate. Like, I can't even get in the mood to properly laugh at these things because it's a special summon Cyber Dragon takes care of your Omni Negate problem. Like, do I need to say that again? A special summon Cyber Dragon with 2,100 attack points allows you to battle over this Omni. Now, I understand, while technically, a special summon Cyber Dragon could allow you to contact fuse with some other things with Clockwork Knight. So actually, doesn't Cyber Dragon just actually out the entire board by overriding your opponent's field? We just cooked out here. We just came up with the perfect counter to Azamina, and it's a 2-card combo with a Cyber Dragon and a Clockwork. But wait, the Azamina could just negate that. Well, what if we just attack over it? You know what I mean? These initial reactions that, okay, so first of all, it is really, really incredibly cool that Konami looked at the design of all of the Sinful Spoils cards, and they created a way for you to use these Sinful Spoils cards as methods to be able to fuel on into additional possible fusion methods. I think that was really cool because basically we've never really had a method of being able to, you're using these cards to basically turn the sins into manifested creatures, and then we're watching these creatures be unleashed on the world. Like, from a lore standpoint, this archetype is so freaking cool to me. Like, okay, so most of the Dia Bellstar interactions, the original Sinful, a lot of that stuff has not been, like, very fun for the game. So I will say on the competitive spectrum, it's not been that. But then when you deep dove into, like, the Whitewoods out here, and you start to see, like, the prologue story kind of unfold out here, and then, you kind of fast forward up here to the more modern era out here where you're seeing these original sins turning into these fusion cards, and suddenly these, even though they have generic fusion materials written on them, that you're able to use these. I mean, Patchwork, hello, you guys can call Patchwork up on the phone out here? Somebody get the Fright Fur package in here, alright? Tell them that their time is now. You are already playing that package in the Illusion Good Stuff, so you just got a free fusion that you're able to make out here in addition to this. So, that's kind of a free W out here. Like, 4 new fusions for the Chimera pile is a W. You got some absolutely amazing lore, but this is back to the point out here that Konami made this stupid 1,900 attack points. The Omni Negate is not a problem, in my personal opinion. It will depend on how the rest of the end board can do. And I will also say that I have seen the fact that, you can make this Omni Negate and then you can bring it back on the next turn. So you're technically getting double the mileage out of the Omni. I get that. Alright? but something with 1900 attack points that does what? Double battle damage is not the end of the world out here. Alright, and yeah, it can bring back, you get that free Sinful Spoils trap or spell out of it, which I feel like the amount of... I feel like at this point in time, anything is going to set this community off in terms of some sort of potential spin down the Omni Negate well out here. You know, Konami making these cards that can single-handedly one-for-one interactions has been deemed completely bad by the community, and I understand that printing these things, Konami is trying to find ways to kind of dial it back. And that's why, like, I'm emphasizing this 1900 attack points stat out here. And you've also got to think about I haven't seen enough of the splash builds out here. I do know that I think it was what people were like 1D a Bellstar is like kind of full combo on into this thing, but then you gotta think about out here, you know, is the package that we're dedicating on into the current build worth it? And then also to top things off, we cannot forget the amount of dedication that you have to be putting into this. All right. Also, you know, this stuff is just now coming out in the OCG. Come the TCG release for this, which will be October, the current state of Dia Bellstar and friends might not be as it is right now. But then we go back to the thing out here that's like, okay, well, we can play this in the Illusion Good stuff pile out here where, you know, you can look at Dia Blaze and all these other little ideas and try to merge it on into that. Or, you know, you play it with the Whitewood stuff, which already has naturally inherent synergy out here with this. And then if you're playing the Whitewood's Runic build with this, well, now they just handed you an Omni Negate for you to be able to use on the end board. So that's a lot to digest, all right? But once again, it is a 1900, 1500. It is not the worst thing in the world to deal with for the time being. Final thoughts on people quitting the game based on, you know, you were already looking for a reason to exit this game. You know, one fusion monster getting revealed that potentially powers up a side deck, you were already looking for a method of madness to head out of this game. I'm not to say that, you know, oh my gosh, you know, this card is so broken, like, I'm gonna quit the game. No, I'm not gonna do it. You were already looking for that reason to Vamonos exit out that door and not come back. Alright, we've had literally a day or two of application to test this stuff out. And see, I've already seen, you know, one card combos with this. It's fine. Okay, I get it. But, you know, a couple ban lists are around the way. Who's to know how this stuff will turn out? I'm not sitting here denying the fact that this card, I'm not trying to say it's bad. I'm just trying to say for its stats and for what the card actually is, it's doable. It's handleable. Maybe we just go back to the old Dark Roller no more. Board break your opponent. You know, there have been many formats now that we've relied on Dark Ruler to solve these problems. Forbidden Droplet? You guys forget about Forbidden Droplet? I forgot about... I remember Forbidden Droplet out here. With all of these... We have cards present to do this. Just throw down an Imperm, bait the negate on the thing, and then just call it a day with that. Outside of that, I think Azumina was one of the coolest ideas that we have genuinely had the chance to see come to fruition right now. And I am very excited to see what more we will have come out of this, because it's these sort of ideas that the community gets the chance to see. I don't know. I in terms of lore, I'm very, very happy with this. And that's really saying something, because, you know, one Omni Negate's enough to send people packing. Yeah, you can't even see my finger. Just straight to the Stone Age out here. Well, please leave a comment down below. Is Azumina going to be the next Tier 0 deck? Yeah, I can't wait to read all of those comments. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right?
Patrons!
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.